Hey there guys, welcome back to Harvest Moon Animal Parade. Today is just a video on my child in its first stage of life. The first stage of life is of course just the basically in a crib. Can't do anything, it can't walk, it can't talk, it can't do anything. This is basically the stage where you just give birth and then you wait for it to grow up. So your baby will be wrapped in a blue blanket regardless if it's a boy or a girl. And your baby changes stages every 2 weeks. So every 2 weeks your baby will change. So the next stage will be crawling, and then after crawling the next stage will be talking, etc., etc. So every 2 weeks look for changes in your child. So my child is a boy, it's not a girl, and I named it Stormy. The reason I named it Stormy was because I think I got 3 different users who had given me the same suggestion for a name. And the first name that I was going to do for both of my files, male and female, was I was going to go ahead and just do the most popular voted on names. So this is why I chose Stormy, and then the next child I have will just be a name that I really liked out of the suggestions that I got. So as you can see, you can pick the baby up. It will usually have hearts if it's your first time picking it up in a day. You can bring your baby outside your house and walk around with it, show it to other villagers and other children and things like that. And then, your husband or your wife will have something to say about your baby too. But you can only place it in its crib. You can't put it on the floor or something like that. It always has to go back into its crib. When your baby starts crying, the best thing to do is to cheer it up using the Rattle, which you can buy from Barber's store, I think for a K or $1,000 or something like that. Just ring it. It makes the same sound as the bell outside, but it is a rattle. It is designed for children, and it's good to pay close attention to your child's mood at all times. When you do have a child, you'll also get a book sent to your house. I think it's a book, either that or it's a letter, but I'm pretty sure it's a book if I can find it. Childcare Basics. So each child has a different personality, whether they are full of energy or shy. Each child is unique and special. You can alter a kid's personality by choosing, how you always get 2 options, when your child's born you have a first option and a second option, and you'll have 2 options for each of the stages. Depending on which choice you choose, it will change your child's personality. This also depends on your spouse. Sometimes your spouse will not have a certain personality available, so just keep that in mind. Parenting. Your child will adapt to your parenting style, so be sure to take good care of them. So obviously pay attention to them, don't neglect your child too much. It is important to note what your child likes and dislikes. Be sure to show them your love constantly. If they start to cry, use a rattle to cheer them up. You should also carry them frequently. Always place them in a crib afterwards, which I pretty much already explained. When they learn to speak, talk to them frequently. When your child is older, they can help you with chores and go for walks with you. So as your child gets older, things get more and more interesting. You'll be able to pick your kid up while it's still a baby, and I think also in the crawling stage you can pick your kid up. It'll be in this bed, I think, for 2 seasons, and then once it grows up, you can actually start to kind of talk to your child and bring them out for walks and help you with chores and stuff like that. So another really cool feature is, if you see, I come over to my dresser here, it just goes to clothes for me, because once your child gets older, you can actually pick your child's clothing as well. So that's also a really interesting feature. There's not really much to do in this baby stage. Like I said, it lasts for 2 weeks, and you're basically just kind of taking care, just kind of talking to your baby, interacting with your baby, because there's really not really a whole much you can do about it. And if you do go to your menu, under your friends, your baby will be the second underneath your husband or your wife. And if you use the information button, you can see its birthday, what it likes and what it dislikes. So just keep that in mind. Like they said, you have to keep mindful of what it is your child likes and what they don't like. The last thing I should mention is that you can also rub your child with the Wiimote using the rubbing trick. You can do it twice a day, but they only get hearts once a day, I found. I think the first time I got a question mark, it confused them, and then the second time my baby like caught on that I was trying to give it attention. That's at least what I found. It might be different for you, but basically there's really not a whole lot to your baby at this stage of life. You basically just try your best to pay attention to it, pick it up, walk with it, all that stuff. And so I guess I'll keep you guys updated. My baby should start crawling soon, and when it does, if there's anything that's really, really noticeably changed, I'll be sure to show that to you all. So thank you all so much for watching my baby Stormy's first little stage of life. I'll be sure to keep you updated, and thank you all so much for watching.